giving it their all for an opportunity to push up past that opportunity from just bronze bracket to silver. And if they really want to go crazy, shoot for the highest of all goals, try to make their way all the way into top cut, the Golden Gala.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, I want to emphasize the amount of pressure both of these teams might be feeling right now. I mean, both of these teams are one loss away from both of these teams are one loss away from being sent down to bronze bracket, and whoever wins this either has the chance of either going to silver bracket or winning it, potentially either going to the runner-up bracket or the top 8 Golden Gala.
Yeah.
Because a bit of I wanted to say this earlier. Cactus talked about it. We have a bit of a different format for Big Dapple 10, where both groups are actually in a double elim bracket, and depending on where you lose and wherever you win is where you're going to go on for the group stage. But I'm pretty sure everyone, no matter what, even if you get O2'd, you're going to be playing more. We want everyone to have a lot of game time. So even if you do go 0-2, like one of these two teams, I feel bad calling it out, but one of these two teams who end up losing, they still have the bronze bracket.
Yeah.
And I think winning bronze bracket is still something.
Exactly. Like I mentioned before, like even though you might be in a position where you do get down to a lower bracket that's not top cut, it's still, especially at special events like this where we are at a milestone of reaching a certain amount of the land, it's still really cool to be like, I won that specific bracket for this monument or moment, this land in time that's like, a milestone for it, right? It's like when people win like the lower brackets at like the larger events, like maybe like our Gridlock, right?
Yeah.
When you're
Gridlock's coming up.
Gridlock is
Gridlock's
coming up.
in July.
It is our 2-day Splatoon event regional. And just saying you've been able to, you won the silver bracket of Gridlock or the bronze bracket of Gridlock. Like no one else can really say that. You know what I mean? It's an opportunity to still walk home a winner, even if you're not walking out the #1 winner of the entire event.
I mean, going into this, it does look like our team are about ready.
Only
Ready
one
up.
more.
Ready up.
Only one more individual. Just
I don't know who
waiting
that
ready
is,
up,
but someone's got to
probably.
ready up. Someone's got. Yep, and there it is.
There
I
it
hear
is.
the ding. It is time to start our losers round 1. A Big Dapple number 10. We have Beans 2 and Knuckles up against Nero D Seppia. Tower control on Undertow. Let's see what these two teams got.
All right, right off the bat, we got some very aggressive weapon selections we saw both of these teams. This is the first time we're seeing the Mint Decapitator coming out from the side of Beans 2 and Knuckles. We're going to see the Centurion right now on that left side drop on down here with the decap. Going to be a nice trade on off that side. 2 will go down, 1 on each. Looking to see if we can get a good pick on the duels. Yes, we will. I love a lot of these teammates are happening right now, but the roller coming on in on that side, getting 2 down. Make that 3. Evergreen on a triple, and with Float Wars, they added to their name. Can they get a quad? Yes, they will, and they're still going.
And they're going again.
5.
They get the 5 piece. Evergreen on that roll, and they get the 6, and they're going up for the gal. Can they take him out? Yes, they can. A 7 piece, and immediately Nero Disappear is on that second checkpoint. They're looking to take it. We see Anthony on that decap trying to stop them down, but the duelist coming in there. There comes that crab. They're trying to take him out. They're still pushing that tower strong.
Very strong here indeed. Somebody's trying to get a pick there, and that they will. That's going to be a wipeout onto Beans 2 and Knuckles. And they're just aggressively holding up their spawn section, trying to make sure no one can come on down, stop this tower at any point. With 2 more ticks to go, that's going to be GG's. A swipe will take out 2, but it will not be enough. What a great job, and a little bit of a pop-off from that team. Very great job indeed.
I bet that was that felt good for them to win that.
I mean, listen, you got Evergreen on the vanilla roller.
Yeah, that was
getting 7 in a row, just pretty much opening the entire path for you. I mean, we saw that aggressive bubble that we were talking about earlier too. Just once you get that bubble so aggressively up on that front line, it's just impossible to do anything.
And with Undertow having so many uninkable sections, if you could pass them, you're right in their faces. And I mean, and the fact that they were able to do that, and they just that was incredible. That was a great opening for them. And I mean, going into this next game, it was Beans to Knuckles that won. Beans to Knuckles.
Oh wait, was it swapped?
It was swapped. It was swapped. I'm pretty sure it was swapped.
Yeah,
Colors were swapped.
Beans 2 and Knuckles winning that game. Yeah, because it was like I see Evergreen on this side. Yeah, so Beans 2 and Knuckles, very dominant game #1. Nero D Seppia, again, they had a decent first couple seconds, start the game, getting a good couple trades, but it was ultimately once Evergreen got that couple players, that full wipe at first, and then continuing it after just to push that stagger stronger, which is very, very good.
Costume contest.
So going into this next match, I mean, Nero Seppia, they're on the back end of it. They are one game away from going on in bronze bracket, but there's still an opportunity to make something happen. I pointed out earlier that tower control undertow, it's either a 1-point game or it's a wipeout, and that's exactly what happened. But going into this next match, we have Splat Zones on Robo Ramen, which is another bit of a snowbally map.
It very much is. So I'm really curious to see how Nero Seppia will find a way of maybe countering on this map, because they have the weapons to kind of just rotate things around and try to just be a little take use out of those flank ramps that you can, or the underground and stuff. The under ramps, I guess you could call them, because I think they just need to find a way around the aggressiveness that Beans 2 and Knuckles bring to the table.
Yeah, I mean, both of these teams, they're just in such a... Oh, wait, no, it was Nero Seppia that won. Wait, was it?
No, it was Beans 2 and
Knuckles. Taking game 1 there. But going into game 2, we're going on to zones on Robo Ramen. This is going to be a very interesting game, to say the least. Beans to Knuckles, again, running that roller. We've seen it before. We saw how big of a net push they were able to get. And we actually see the 10 umbrella coming out, which might be a really big deciding factor here.
This might be. We do see everyone getting a great pick on one. Another player will go down from behind. That zone is captured from Beans 2 and Knuckles. That's a really great use of that splash wall from the 52 on Nero Seppia, just to try to push things out. But unfortunately, it seems the players of Beans 2 and Knuckles are just holding forward and getting multiple picks one after another. Will everyone get cut off here? Yes, they will. And that's going to be 2 players down. But the strikes are going to stall it out. They're going to have to force the rest of these players back. Azuka takes 2 down, and that's going to be really close of this match here, trying to find a way in, but that's the wipeout.
And that's going to be a really quick wipeout. And Beans to Knuckles, again, back on that offense. They are in their faces. They do not want them to move. They have about 30 ticks. But we do see the crab actually going down there. 2 down on the side of Beans to Knuckles. They have a chance to push in there. We see that Brella jumping back, taking a little bit more of a safer spot. But we do see that jump, and the 52 goes down there. And they are able to camp out the decap and still keep it up. Then they get the rapid. Bucket trying to redeem them. But no, the duelies come in to finish it off. And Beans to Knuckles with a quick KO for losers round 1.
Wow, what a very dominant game number 2 as well. They have a very strong comp that works very well for them. I give them major props for just finding that way to go in and just do not stop. There's the...
Look at that top hat. Look at the top hat.
There's a little bit of celebratory fist bumps going around and a little bit of a semi-pop off there. So major props to them.
The
and
person just massacred with the roller.
Yeah. Just had
with that top hat. That's just to finish it off.
The top hat's got some powers. That was a best of 3, so that will be the end of this match. So we will not be seeing Clan Blitz on Museum de Foncino, but very strong performance from Beans 2 and Knuckles. They found their way forward and were honestly very strong. Give them major props there for a very well-played game.